And well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And the Singapore Open may be over, but there are still championship points to be won. Today's side tournament, the Midseason Showdown, held at the Asia Game Festival at Suntec City Convention Centre. The Day 2 event for players who unfortunately did not make it to the top cut of the Singapore Open will have played, and we do have a top cut 8 for you. So I do believe this is a win for championship points set, because there were not enough players for a top 8 cut. Oh, there were enough. I mean, top 8 cut is a given, but there are not enough players for top 8 to all earn championship points.
So it's only a top 4 that will be earning CP.
So whoever loses this set will be going home without points. And for Martin Teo, I believe this is actually pretty crucial, because he is on the cusp of getting his Worlds invite, and he really needs this win here over our visitor from Hong Kong. I believe I've been told. Oscar Tang.
It kind of explains the Chinese team sheets that
not
I was
just
looking
Chinese,
at.
traditional Chinese.
Well,
not quite our strongest suit. We are failures as Chinese Singaporeans.
at the very least, I've learned of very few interesting Chinese.
And unfortunately for us,
names.
we don't have our resident Taiwanese translator for us, Ryan Chia.
Yeah. So Martin has gone back to his old ways.
Do you blame him though? That team earned him almost all of his championship points, and when he switched to a more conventional team, he didn't get any.
I guess it's yeah. I mean, if it works for you and it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just stick with it. And Martin has started using the team, which got him such fantastic results. And
he's back in
top 8. So
he's back in top 8.
I guess there's some sort of affinity between this team, but I don't particularly enjoy seeing this team in action, nor do I enjoy facing it. I believe he's running the trick room with the Moshana.
Honestly, everything you've just said could be applied to his newer team as well, in different ways.
Yes,
So
I mean, in the previous...
This probably is better as a spectacle, I'd say.
Yeah, in the Singapore Open, he was using a different team, and it has to be said that a lot of the... He went to round time a lot, which was surprising considering we had a Chansey in one of the teams, and it wasn't the one that was... It wasn't the one that was pushing it to round time. Yep. It was Martin Teo.
So Martin Teo back with his traditional hard trick room team, consisting of the Tapu Bulu, Moshana, Lucario, Milotic, Mimikyu, and the Camera.
Yeah, and on Oscar's side, we have the Kangaskhan, Tapu Fini, Heatran, Katana, Cresselia, and Landorus.
So what has become the new standard for Kangaskhan teams, popularized by Polytron in the United States as well as Chayawat from Thailand.
Aren't they calling it chalk at this point?
Well, where's the A? There is no A.
Well, close enough. But yeah, it's the closest equivalent to what we knew as chalk, but it plays somewhat differently, because Katana in particular is not... Katana does not exactly fit into the whole bulky offense style. Katana is a lot of offense, not so much bulk. Yeah, I mean,
physically, it packs a lot of speed.
Physically, Katana can withstand a few hits, but yeah, special bulk is really lacking, and the HP is quite laughable as well.
But I believe this team does actually put some bulk on their Katana. Some even have run the Assault Vest, but as of right now, we don't know that for sure. This is the first time we're seeing Oscar play yesterday and today.
Yeah,
whereas Martin Teo's team, very familiar to us. We've seen it on Top Cut streams before. It is a team that relies very heavily on setting up the trick room and abusing it with the pair of Camera and Tapu Bulu, between which have almost perfect coverage.
And it has to be said, even though his strategy is very straightforward, he has multiple ways to achieve that end. He can always... the Z Moshana trick room is always option, but his partner has different ways to enable the trick room setup.
Lucario is most typical partner with the Follow Me, with the Final Gambit, even the Helping Hand to
lo and behold,
other moves.
We have the Moshana Lucario lead.
There's going to be Tapu Fini and Kangaskhan, the most traditional lead for this particular team build. So honestly, Kangaskhan actually threatened by the Lucario here.
Yes.
With the super effective close combat.
It can delay the trick room by one turn with the fake out. But does it really want to?
You eat a close combat in return.
Oscar might give up too much just to stop the setup, which by all means should be able to be achieved in the next turn anyway. He has to find a way to get rid of the Moshana once and for all.
He doesn't have a ready solution to that, because Kangaskhan does do a lot of damage, sure.
And yeah, I mean, the most obvious target for the Lucario is the Kangaskhan, but also Lucario can Final Gambit
into the Tapu Fini, yes. So that one runs a bit of a risk, because if Lucario is afraid of Kangaskhan being faster than it, he could get his Final Gambit damage nerfed beforehand. Though typically the recent Kangaskhan teams have favoured slow, bulky Kangaskhan's, and yeah, we do see the switch out of Kangaskhan here, not wanting to eat a close combat. In comes the Cresselia, able to take any sort of fighting hit. or even a final gambit if he thinks that's coming
Actually
that
a
slot.
double switch, so
Heatran coming out, perhaps? That's Heatran. Heatran does have a high enough base HP that he can survive the final gambit, but it's going to be a close combat. A lot of damage on Cresselia, considering it's a resisted hit. It is a critical hit, but even then, that's still a lot of damage considering Lucario is not known for having a high attack, and there is the Z Trick Room, I would assume.
yes.
Though why he's afraid of a taunt on Tapu Fini maybe?
Nah, it's not about the taunt. He just wants to boost the accuracy so that Hypnosis is online.
That is also true. And now Musharna does get the accuracy boosted, and as Justin has pointed out here, it does carry Hypnosis, and Hypnosis does get boosted from 60% to 80%.
The current terrain though is Misty, so if Martin wants to apply that Hypnosis,
The Bulu has to come in.
yes, and I guess it is kind of exploitable. The Hypnosis should go on to Heatran
That being
in order to
said,
safeguard Bulu's arrival.
he can Hypnosis the Crest, because Crest is off the ground.
Oh, that is also true, yes.
And because Oscar has opted for the Crystalla Heatran, he's offering no... There's really very little offense threatening the free switch in.
I
Though a
think,
Heat Wave onto Bulu would hurt.
yeah, honestly, Heatran is the only offense that Oscar needs at this point. It threatens the Lucario for
He probably
forcing a
wants to Earth
switch.
Power the Lucario slot to try and catch the camera coming in.
But if the Bulu though, oh yeah,
Yes.
camera is a possible switch in as well.
So now the question is that Oscar can only punish the switch in with one of his Pokemon.
No switches though, so Lucario staying in and
So
Hypnosis.
it's the first 80% roll goes off, Cressella goes to sleep. No one runs Lumberry anymore. No one. And I mean no one. Cressella takes his first turn of sleep. And we're about to see who's faster between Heatran and Lucario. It's actually the Heatran under Trick Room.
Yeah, no surprises there. Lucario
Lucario
does have a
is
very
not
high
going
base.
to go... Oh, it is going to go to his Focus Sash.
Does it
So
go for the final Gambit here to do an astounding 1 damage?
goes
No,
for the
it
close
for-
combat into the Heatran. And because Oscar has opted not to bring the Landorus, that's going to be a one-hit knockout without a critical hit.
Yeah, very clean KO.
So Martin's choice of a max HP, max attack, Lucario really paying off here.
The Hypnosis also stopping Cresselia from potentially KOing the Lucario.
So
As
well,
we said.
we have said previously when featuring Martin Dio's team that the weakness to his team is that often he relies entirely on the two attackers of Bulu and the camera to do his damage. But here, because Oscar has 2 months weak to fighting, Lucario is able to do the damage.
Yes.
And right now, I'm not even certain the Lucario might even be faster than Kangaskhan under Trick Room, because it looks like it's not running any speed
Yeah,
investment.
so Cresselia has to wake up. It has taken its first turn of sleep, so it has the potential to. But
Or
even
Musharna could just go for Hypnosis and the Bulu switch in to catch the Kangaskhan.
yes,
Though that's the fake out possibility.
yeah, I'm gonna say that even if Kangaskhan manages to survive and KOs the
You
Lucario,
could Sucker Punch,
honestly,
of course.
this is a free switch in for Martin to bring in either Camera, which should enjoy the last 3 turns of Trick Room here, or the Bulu to change the terrain and enable Musharna's Hypnosis to hit the Kangaskhan.
So I think Martin not wanting to take a Sucker Punch.
Bring
Goes
in
for
the
Tapu Bulu, and as he pointed out, enabling the Hypnosis to attempt to land on Kangaskhan.
Yes.
Emphasis on attempt.
Even with the accuracy boost, it is only a 80% chance.
Yeah, and Oscar doesn't even want to take that. Goes for the Fini to get the terrain back.
Whoa.
So no Hypnosis this turn.
Well
Oscar
played.
reading the switch, but at the same time, Bulu has come in for free.
Yeah, I mean, do you really want to fight the Tapu Bulu with a Fini?
So Hypnosis is going to be blocked by the Misty Terrain, as Cresselia does wake up and does reverse the Trick Room, but again, so what? It's Bulu against Fini.
Yes, and Fini I do not think has the capability to one-shot the Tapu Bulu.
No, most certainly not. Not even a Farium from the Fini would be enough. And this Bulu, well, it doesn't need its terrain to one-shot the opposing Fini.
Yes.
That's what Woodhammer is for.
Honestly,
And Martin has been known to run live up on his Tapu Bulu. That's overkill at this point.
yeah, Martin could switch in the
And Musharna
Lucario.
can just set up Trick Room again. And
Yes.
put Cresselia to sleep again. Again, it's off the ground. It's not affected by Misty Terrain.
Yes. I think Martin leaving the Cresselia alone is a good play.
Yep.
It has not shown any
It would
impact
have
whatsoever
been
in the
somewhat
game.
dangerous if the Cresselia had woken up and reserved Trick Room with something faster and more offensive on the field. But Fini against Bulu, well.
I mean, it is good play for Oscar to maintain terrain control.
Well, Martin is not... Just in case the Woodhammer is not enough, here comes... Oh, but he goes for the Protect. Is he going for the Cresselia? That's a lot of recoil if it is. That's... Oh, he
Gracium.
changed his item. No, no, he used his E-move. So that's Cresselia.
Oh, okay.
Going for Shattered Psyche
That's, I guess, nice damage on the Tapu Bulu at least.
into Tapu Bulu. That's not going to be enough.
That's
Cresselia's special attack is, shall we say, not its highest.
yeah.
But he will successfully dodge the attack, I believe, since the Fini protected. That's not going to be enough.
Oh,
As Woodhammer comes out. Oh, he does go for the Helping Hand Woodhammer into Cresselia. Is that going to be enough? It is. The Cresselia apparently not the bulkiest on its own, since it is running the Shattered Psyche.
Tapu Bulu does have the life orb, as you mentioned. Will be down to 7 HP. And well, Kangaskhan will come in with the fake out. So Oscar, although he's down to his last 2 Pokemon, does have the potential to turn things around.
Does he want to Kama in this scenario, maybe? There's still... Because Bulu has to get out. Now Mushana is totally dead weight.
Mushana is already dead weight, and actually...
If Bulu comes back in, it's no longer dead weight.
Yes. And look, it really depends on whether...
And the thing is, Oscar can't really ignore the Mushana because Mushana can just set up Trick Room again.
And he's lost his Cresselia, he can't reverse it. I was also going to say that if Kangaskhan has Sucker Punch, then Lucario is not much of a threat. Maybe Martin wants to sacrifice
But Lucario can just sit there and follow me, the Sucker Punch away.
That is also true, yes.
So no switches for Martin though. So he might be content sacrificing both of these. Or hoping just to get Trick Room out for his camera up. As double edge into the Tapu Bulu. No, into the Mushana. It's not going to be enough. The nerf to Parental Bond, very evident. Oh, he's going for Muddy Water here. Oh, he's going for the Moonblast. Where's he going? He's removing the Tapu Bulu, so Trick Room is going up for Martin, and camera up is going to come in. But again, Mushana is not able to affect the field, given the Misty Terrain present.
And with his only Terrain setter gone out of the picture, will be Misty Terrain for a few more turns at least.
So it's going to be up to camera up to carry, and unfortunately for camera up, it's extremely weak to the Muddy Water.
Yes.
Which is 85% accurate, one should be reminded. But, I mean, what's accuracy? He's hit Hypnosis 80% already.
The Lucario, which
might be... he has to be confident that the Lucario is faster than the Kangaskhan under Trick Room.
But the Fini though, I think the Fini is will be able to outspeed the Lucario, and Mushana can't really change can't really stop it from the Fini from attacking because once again Misty Terrain. And it is also in danger of being killed by itself. So yes, I mean Martin has set up Trick Room, but at what cost? Mushana here going for the Psychic into the
He needs to remove the Tapu Fini, or at least put it within range of Earth Power. But yeah, Muddy Water goes before the Lucario and does connect on the Lucario. Martin definitely banking on a miss onto the Lucario.
I think that's a bit foolish considering Oscar could have just gone for Moonblast easily to target down the Lucario. I think the Muddy Water was a bit greedy.
You're right.
He would have achieved the same end with a Moonblast double edge, and he wouldn't even take that much recoil because Martin's Pokemon are just so low, and it is the camera.
Yeah, it's curious choice to Muddy Water when the Mushana is absolutely dead weight. And camera up, unfortunately, while Eruption might be able to take out Kangaskhan, I do doubt it. Maybe if he had Helping Hand from the Mushana, yes, but he still doesn't remove the problem of Tapu Fini. And Tapu Fini only takes roughly 40 to 50% from Earth Power. I guess it's not going to be enough. He needs to critical hit on Earth Power.
He also should try to dodge the Muddy Water if possible. If that's the only
He's going for the Earth Power. He needs a critical hit here. He's probably going into the berry though. Yep, as he does.
That was quite close though, but he will eat his berry.
Gets the berry there. He needed a critical hit as the Muddy Water does connect and will take camera up out.
Yeah.
Camera up, no way of surviving that 4 times super effective water attack.
Rather clean series of games.
Considering how well Martin started.
Yes, surprising.
The tides really turned when Martin was unable to re-establish the grassy terrain because the Mushana was always dead weight for him.
Yeah, without the option of Hypnosis to control the battlefield.
Not so much without the option of Hypnosis, that's one. And the other thing is that he never had the camera on the field at the same time to at least threaten the Helping Hand, which at least makes Mushana not useless. Since the thing here is that if Mushana was able to establish position under Trick Room with a camera up at full health, Martin threatens to KO both. Helping Hand Earth Power takes out the Fini, Helping Hand Eruption takes out the Kangaskhan, which forces Oscar to make a choice on whether he wants to protect the Fini, and if he does, and he miscalls it and Eruption goes off, he loses.
I also kind of think that he went a bit too ham with the Tapu Bulu. If he had Horn Leech, I think that might have been a game changer. He could have, might not have killed the Cresselia, but at the same time, his Bulu would still be alive and perhaps be in the position to reset the terrain in his favor. And Bulu was his only check to the Tapu Fini, which was stopping his camera from cleaning up the rest of the game.
So I suppose the other option here, of course, is that if Martin decides that the Mushana is just not offering his team enough, then maybe it's time for Lucario Mimikyu. But the other thing is Oscar also now knows that his Kangaskhan probably outspeeds the Lucario, so he's not going to be as frightened of it this time.
Yeah.
Unless of course he doesn't carry a fighting attack, in which case he might still struggle. This build I believe runs Drain Punch, which wouldn't be enough to KO but would take the threat of Final Gambit off.
At the very least, yeah.
Well, no surprise that Martin knows what he wants to do. The sequencing wasn't the best in game 1.
I mean, as much as his team is
sacrificed
very
too much to get the Trick Room up the second time.
And Mushrana, once you set up Trick Room, the only real leverage that you have as a Mushrana is Hypnosis and perhaps Helping Hand.
And you're right, by going after the Cresselia, he got Cresselia off the field, but at the same time, Cresselia really wasn't the threat. He needed to save Bulu's health for the Fini.
Even the Psychium was off the table already.
Yes.
So at the same time though, I felt
Psychium
that
had not landed on Bulu though. I think he would have been in a much better position because the bulk of the damage on Tapu Bulu came from that Psychium.
Yes. Yeah, took about 100 HP worth of damage there.
So
at the same time,
I do expect to see Lucario Mimikyu this time. As it's going to be Kangaskhan and Cresselia. Cresselia again though for Oscar. He doesn't want Trick Room to go out, but at the same time, every time he brings Cresselia, it's a bit dead weight.
And we will see Lucario Mushrana again. Surprise, surprise.
Oh well.
Same list for Martin.
I hope not to see Ally Switch, but that remains to be seen.
From the Cresselia?
Yep.
Well, there is the option of Z Ally Switch, which boosts Cresselia's speed by 2 stages.
Oh well. Not sure Cresselia could abuse that as efficiently.
But that is definitely an option.
So Martin opted not to switch it up, so he's still confident that he can get his Mushrana in position to spam Hypnosis.
Yes. At the very least, though, Lucario is stretching KO on the Kangaskhan, so Oscar has to sort of plan for that. Perhaps with a Tapu Fini switch in? The Heat Run switch in the previous game was...
It was okay because the Lucario at that point was focused on getting Trick Room up.
Yeah.
So he was definitely surprised by the Lucario moving before the Heat Run.
He is going to save his Kangaskhan.
That's going to be Tapu Fini. So Fini, the most obvious switch in for close combat, which he did in game 1. He took the close combat very comfortably. As the Psychic comes out this time, breaking a sash on Lucario and removing the threat of Final Gambit onto the Fini. As Lucario actually fires off the Raw into the Cresselia, hoping to catch a reverse Trick Room.
But if Kangaskhan switches in, that's a free fake out.
On what though? Lucario is inner focus.
Yeah,
but it's probably in range of Moonblast. No, I don't think it's in range of Moonblast either. So I think Lucario still gets the move next turn. It's not terrible for Mushrana. Just that Mushrana has no Hypnosis targets this turn.
Yes.
So he has to fire off Psychic.
And I honestly think Oscar can start getting away with Carmine. Although he has to, I think he has to prepare and pivot himself for a Tapu Bulu switch in.
Considering the Heatran's probably at the back, there's... Well, Cresselia could come back in, of course, to take a close combat. Honestly, Martin's best play at this point, I think, is to just Gambit into the Fini. Get some damage on the Fini.
I'm feeling the Fini switch out though, because...
I'm feeling the Kangaskhan switch out.
I think Oscar wants to maintain Misty Terrain control. It is absolutely vital to limit the usefulness of Mushrana. And at the same time, reduce Tapu Bulu's effectiveness.
That's also true. So it depends on whether Oscar wants to take this fake out on the Mushrana.
Yeah, but as you pointed out, under Trick Room, Lucario is faster than Kangaskhan. So Oscar might also want to save his Kangaskhan from imminent
Unless
demise.
he's confident, of course, that the Moonblast can KO the Lucario at this range. But given that he's a bulky booster, I suspect not.
Yeah.
Oh, Fini does switch out. So he does value terrain. That's Heatran coming in. But neither of these wants to take close combat. But Lucario switches out. Oh, he's going for the blind switch into the Tapu Bulu to get the terrain and Hypnosis onto Kangaskhan.
Yeah, at the very least, Mushrana will have one victim of Hypnosis.
Assuming 80% goes off.
Why do you ever doubt?
Oh, Kangaskhan does Mega Evolve here. But again, he will just fake out the Mushrana. That's a big risk though for Oscar. Considering I'm surprised he did keep Kangaskhan in to take a potential close combat. As Mushrana does get his Hypnosis and it does land onto the Kangaskhan. So no misses so far for Martin. 80% so far paying off.
And now Martin has a very interesting option. If he can hard read the Fini coming in to reset the terrain.
No, that's a Woodhammer. Yep.
Yes. Not only that,
actually he can just double into Heatran Star with Hypnosis and Woodhammer, but then if he stays in, he doesn't get that much mileage out of it.
And if Woodhammer connects and Hypnosis misses, then he'll be in a very bad position. But interestingly, Tapu Bulu also tends to carry a fighting move. So that could be something
I don't think
Martin
it's enough
considers.
Not to a full health.
Well, Mushrana
but then
does
again, we
have
saw how much
helping hand.
Lucario did. Yeah.
Mushrana does have helping hand, so...
But again, both of them ones at the back do resist fighting.
Kangaskhan does switch out.
And Superpower does reduce his own attack.
Fini will come in, so no more Hypnosis shenanigans.
So Hypnosis into Heatran will be a bad play here. Where he does go for Hypnosis, and the Fini and the Heatran does take it. As Woodhammer goes into the... Oh, he does catch the Fini. So camera may be set up here.
We'll take a bunch of recoil with the Woodhammer and the Life Orb.
And Heatwave has to land to even get rid of the Bulu here. And Heatwave Mr. Mushana does connect with the Bulu. Is that going to be enough without an item boost? It's going to be enough.
Yes, it is. With a critical hit.
A crit.
Well, once again, we are in the dark about the damage calculations then.
I think Camera is prime. Kangaskhan has to come in here.
But he already has Flash Fire. It can be immune to Camera. Yeah, Camera has Earth Power, so...
But Kangaskhan will buy one more turn with the Fake Out.
I've also lost track of the Trick Room turns, so I am not sure. And
Mushana is once again dead weight.
And Lucario is still alive. If Martin somehow does not win inside Trick Room, Lucario is an option to close combat the Heat Ren. So I think the priority for him would be to aim down the Kangaskhan.
So, but do you really want to give him Flash Fire?
Nah, I think you
but
protect.
Kangaskhan's asleep but he could wake up immediately. If he gets a one-turn wake up and a Fake Out, this is huge.
Yeah.
But Martin has to play assuming he doesn't, because that's his out at this point.
Yes.
But, Oscar's in an awkward position because if he gets Fake Out, he wants Heatran to attack.
Yes.
But if Kangaskhan takes a sleep, he wants Heatran to protect.
Yes.
So how does Martin play from here actually? Or rather, how does Oscar? How do you play when you...
What do you believe in, Oscar?
Yeah, do you believe you'll wake up or not? No, he doesn't. Because it's going to be a straight switch into the Cresselia, who's not going to enjoy Eruption either, especially if it's helping hand.
We'll see the Mega Evolution. I think he's hoping... I don't know. An Earth Power into that slot seems a bit silly.
No, into the Heatran or into the that makes no sense. He's going to Eruption or Earth Power. That's Eruption because there's no reason you're helping hand an Earth Power to Heatran. As Protect into Heatran, but he's still going to get Flash Fire. It should be noted. As there's Flamethrower into the Kangaskhan slot.
So no Flash Fire boost for you.
And no Berry for Cresselia either. Since this Cresselia we do know does not have the Berry. It is holding the Z Crystal.
Not quite enough damage to OHKO the Cresselia, but it is in range of being knocked out this turn.
So now then, does Martin believe in
Yeah.
Hypnosis on the Cresselia? Because Psychium will ravage his camera.
Yeah, Levitating Cresselia.
And now the Heatran is a tempting target because it's already protected. So either he switches to Kangaskhan who will take a hefty chunk from Earth Power, or it dies.
So do you believe in your Hypnosis, Martin?
He
Why am I
always
saying
believes
he
in
believes in it?
Hypnosis.
He's going to go for that play. And I believe if memory serves me correct, this might be the last room of Trick Room. Last turn of Trick Room.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. What am I saying? Martin is just gonna press Hypnosis and Earth Power. He's not missed the Hypnosis thus far.
So yeah, Martin's sequence at this point fairly straightforward. And Heatran's forced to switch to Kangaskhan to take the Earth Power. So looks he values his Heatran here. And Kangaskhan will survive one Earth Power, of course. As here comes Earth Power, underspeeding the camera, underspeeding the Mushana. That's about 50%. As here comes Hypnosis! It does connect on the Cresselia! Martin truly and entirely believes in his Hypnosis. 80% rolling all the way.
Now, Oscar has to believe that one of his Pokemon will wake up, right? Outside of Trick Room. Although...
But now camera protects and Mushana Trick Rooms, and there's nothing Oscar can do about it unless he reverses it. And if it doesn't, and Mushana doesn't Trick Room, then oops.
Nah, I think he should go try for the Cresselia wake up and Trick Room play.
Yep.
I mean, he might not get it, but that's I think one of his outs, because if he can stall that long enough for Kangaskhan to wake up, then
Kangaskhan wakes up. Kangaskhan gets the double edge into the camera. It looks like
no protect coming out. It's a bit surprising.
Martin believes in 3-turn sleeps too. Remember?
Damage by recoil.
Cresselia doesn't get to wake up and use Shattered Psyche. So Kangaskhan's gonna stick around. It's gonna fire off the Earth Power into the Kangaskhan, hoping to catch the Heatran if he came in. Kangaskhan goes down, and Trick Room is going back up. He definitely tried to go for Shattered Psyche there. I think he doubled the camera. If one woke up, that's great. But if both woke up, he probably would have won. Since it's Lucario and Mushana, we saw how that ended in game 1.
Now though, Heatran will come in. And Cresselia's already asleep, so I think it's a very safe protect on the Heatran. But at the same time, Martin can just punish that by targeting down the Cresselia.
He's gonna Hypnosis again.
The Cresselia? The ring is still up.
Oh, Heatran. Oh, Heatran is... Oh, Midseason is still there.
It's interesting because if Oscar manages to remove camera, then suddenly he has a rather interesting win condition with the Heatran.
Since at this point we do we know though the camera and the Heatran versus Lucario speed numbers?
I think Heatran will underspeed Lucario, so
I think we saw it in game 1, but I've already forgotten. Oh, he got the Earth Power. It is the Sugar Berry, and Martin opting not to use Helping Hand. Is it gonna be enough? No, it's Sheer Force. Yeah, Heatran goes down.
Oof.
That was all according to plan. He doubled the heat train, it looks like. As Cresselia, Martin believes in 3 turn sleep, he gets the 3 turn sleep.
So Martin should easily close out this game.
Yeah, Flamethrower will finish this set, since Cresselia can't protect anyway. And they're starting to ally switch too, so even if that option was there. So Martin's game plan working a lot better, even though once again the Bulu did his job, he removed the Fini.
Yes. It didn't matter that Bulu went down because, so did Tapu Fini.
Only Fini threatens the camera up to the extent where he needs to watch out for it.
I would...
Helping Hand Flamethrower takes out Kangaskhan, as does Helping Hand Eruption.
Heatran might pose a problem if Heatran can land a hit first, because Heatran does have access to Earth Power.
Doesn't KO though. Especially since this looks like a bulkier version of the Heatran.
With the Shootout Berry.
We're not going to save you from sheer force Earth Power.
That's just the sheer power of Camrups, Mega Camrup, I guess.
So Musharna proving his worth, and landing 2 Hypnosis. Let's not forget.
Does Martin really want to roll more dices? I mean, it's been working out in his favor. The results are there.
Yeah, here's Helping Hand Flamethrower to close this set out. But to close this game out. Set's not over. Here's Flamethrower. I'm still surprised he didn't just Eruption earlier. But didn't want to give the Hedron a Flash Fire boost.
Maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe just Flamethrower.
No, he has it. He definitely has it. He does not believe in Heat Wave at all. Speaking of things he doesn't believe in.
So you believe in, what's his accuracy? 85, right?
85? Heat Wave is 90.
Wow, then the Hypnosis is 80. He chooses to believe in Hypnosis over Heat Wave.
He hits it at 60. He hits it at 60 anyway. So, a better game plan for Martin, I feel. Because even though Oscar is getting out of the close combat, so the Lucario isn't picking up kills like he did in game 1, it doesn't even get killed in game 2, the trick room pressure is still enough.
Honestly though, I think it's a bit of a waste because, I think Oscar's Fini is being spread too thin. At the same time, he puts a lot of offensive pressure with the water step onto Camrup, and I think it does
also important for terrain control.
Yeah, it does decent damage against Mushrana and Lucario with the Muddy Water, and it can 2-hit KO, I believe, the Tapu Bulu. But at the same time, it can't really afford to stay in to launch those attacks because it has to keep switching out to ensure that
terrain
it maintains terrain control, to ensure that Mushrana doesn't pull off any more Hypnosis shenanigans.
And it will be very dangerous if the Fini itself gets put to sleep.
Yes.
Because that gives Camrup free turns.
But as seen, Martin just punished the Fini switch in to rest the control of the terrain back. Sure, you kill the Bulu soon after and you enjoy Misty Terrain for another good 5 turns, but you lose Fini, which honestly is a great attacker against Martin's team here.
It's the best answer to the Camrup.
Yes. Martin has shown no inkling of bringing the Milotic.
Camrup, it's also the only thing that doesn't get 1-hit KO by Camrup.
Milotic is... Martin has not shown any inkling of bringing Milotic, so... Fini... is very useful. It is too useful in the fact that it has to perform so many roles.
So I really do wonder whether it's time for Mimikyu to come out for Martin. Since Mimikyu also hurts the Cresselia with super effective attacks.
It will be an interesting mix-up for sure. Well, both players have already decided on their leads.
Onto a deciding game 3 between Oscar Tang.
Will Martin choose to
Martin
lead
Kyo.
Mimikyu or stick with his Mushrana?
Right, into the deciding game 3 of this top 8 set. Winner moves on and earns championship points and does stick with the Mushrana.
You were saying Mimikyu? Nah.
That's going to be the Landorus.
As Martin Tan would say, Martin Teo super believes.
And there's nothing stopping Trick Room going up, it looks like. Since that is probably a Scarf Landorus.
Earthquake? Nah, Rock Slide perhaps.
He has to at least damage the Lucario to stop the Gambit from going off on his Fini.
And I guess a Rock Slide with a potential chance to flinch the Mushrana is a possible win condition.
Well, can't flinch Lucario.
Yeah. And I guess if he should prioritize getting rid of the Lucario perhaps so that more of his fighting weak mons can come out to play. Hiren won't be as threatened. Kangaskhan can actually come in.
Going for the straight switch, hoping to catch the Earthquake play. Goes for Bulu immediately.
Bulu.
So what does Landorus choose to lock himself into? A U-turn would be great, I think.
For sure, allowing him to pivot.
There's the Protect on the Tapu Fini. There's a free Trick Room.
Trying to
So it's Earthquake. It's gonna be an Earthquake. He's going for the Protect. Oh, it goes for the U-turn. Ooh, not a big fan of the play then. Doesn't put as much pressure on Martin at all.
Muddy Water would have been nice. But it does look like Trick Room will be set up once again.
what does come in to take the Heatran has to be, right? Heatran does the best against this composition, but Finis is still on the field, can't switch in for terrain.
Yes, so again Hypnosis is on the table.
Cresselia.
I mean, regardless of
and
the
Finis
terrain.
burn is protect.
Yes.
So that's a free Wood Hammer into that slot. Landorus will probably go down, even after Intimidate.
Because of the grassy terrain.
That last slot, probably Heatran, you think? Or Kangaskhan? Heatran, I feel.
I think it has to be the Heatran. Although Kangaskhan is pretty good as well.
And recovery from the grassy terrain onto the Mushana.
Yeah.
He may float, but it's not quite off the ground.
Hypnosis though. Honestly,
Hypnosis though. That's the a brief summary of Martin Teo's 2018 runs. Hypnosis though.
Now knowing that the Cresselia has Psychium Z, I think it's more of a priority target for the Hypnosis. So assuming it lands.
That being said, Fini is always a priority target.
Yeah, I mean you just punish whoever comes in with a Wood Hammer.
If his Heatran is not already punished, though.
Yeah, that is true.
And again, it's 80% Hypnosis. Hasn't missed yet.
I guess Martin could go for a very
helping hand,
very risky play with
a power into the Fini.
Helping hand Wood Hammer, just blow up the Cresselia.
Cresselia switches out.
Huh.
That's going to be the Landorus coming back in to intimidate the Tapu Bulu.
Ooh.
That's not going to save the Fini though.
Is he hoping to save the Fini with that?
There's not going to be enough. There'll be one heck of a Fini. It's going to be a double switch.
So we will see the last Pokemon for Oscar. It will be the Kangaskhan. So no Heatran.
Ooh, that's going to be a hefty Wood Hammer if it is. As Mushana misses the Landorus finally, but this miss not as crucial. As Wood Hammer into the Kangaskhan with the grassy terrain onto a regular Kangaskhan.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And what can Scuff Lando really do in this scenario?
Faint. I mean,
the question here is, does Psychic do enough for Kangaskhan? I suspect not when after it Megas. Because Hypnosis is totally dead. Oh, but Hypnosis to the Landorus slot. Yes. But it becomes Fini though.
Oh, right. But then,
the thing here is that Oscar has made things a bit more awkward for himself by bringing two mons that will not be protected by Misty Terrain. By adding the Landorus off the ground, he now has two targets of Hypnosis that Martin can go into without fear of the terrain changing.
Well, Kangaskhan, if the terrain changes, Kangaskhan should be pretty safe. So Martin might hard read the Fini switch in, as you said, into the Landorus slot and just punish with a Wood Hammer. At
this point though, I think wants to unleash the Kangaskhan, but no, it's gonna switch out. There's camera up. That's a dangerous switch here. He's he's going for the Landorus.
Yes. And there's no further switches, so not trying to rest the terrain quite yet.
Could be a U-turn at the end of the turn. Could be a U-turn at the end.
That is also true.
As Kangaskhan, does he go for the fake out? Goes for the fake out. Which slot though? Tapu Bulu surely. No, he gets the Mushana. So Martin unable to Hypnosis this turn. Landorus has a chance to put damage on the camera, but goes for the U-turn. So Fini coming back in.
If you think about it, that makes a pretty safe
and that is not what Martin wanted. Martin would have wanted Mushana to go down for Bulu to come back in to threaten the Fini.
Yes.
Mushana is absolutely dead weight now. The Fini is coming back in. A very unfortunate role for Martin there, not getting his Mushana off the field.
I mean, Camera could easily just switch out for Tapu Bulu here. So
the problem is that, of course, then he needs to land Hypnosis, and there's still something coming his way. Not the most ideal of positions to be sure.
And honestly, once Mushana goes down, Martin will no longer have any option of Trick Room and will just have to play with speed as it is. In which case, Oscar might be able to pull out a hit.
Yeah, and so far the only damage that Martin has gotten has been on the Kangaskhan.
Has to be said, it is significant amount of damage, but yeah, he needs to further advance his position somehow.
That was the switch out of the Bulu, really unnecessary, I feel. I mean, the Fini switch was obvious. So why take out your offensive threat to the Fini?
Yeah, he could have easily punished it or
made a hard read that the fake out was going onto the Tapu Bulu, and that was
not the play.
Not rewarded. Yeah, forced to bring Bulu in here to get the Hypnosis off, and he's probably still losing Mushana.
I mean,
and I feel he has to go for the Kangaskhan because it's doing the most damage to Bulu. And he does not get the land of the Hypnosis this time. And Muddy Water does double connect to remove the Mushana and give Kangaskhan a free hit on the Bulu, which might be enough. Since Kangaskhan is not intimidated.
Yeah, at this range, I think Double H will pick up the KO on Tapu Bulu as well.
Yeah, here comes Double H, unintimidated. Says no, Martin doesn't run intimidate, and there goes the Bulu. And the best threat on Martin's team to the Fini is now gone. And now he's forced to play with Lucario and Camera with only one turn of Trick Room remaining. That was really
questionable.
Switch out of the double Bulu. Sure, you want terrain control, but so to what end?
Yes.
He could have punished the Bulu switch in, or even taken out the Kangaskhan. That was a free Wood Hammer, or
Horn Leech.
yes. Because even if the Kangaskhan faked out the Bulu, then you can still do it again next turn. The key is to have your Bulu on the field to threaten the Fini.
Yes. I mean, Oscar could perhaps play a bit more safe after that, switching in and out, but at least you want to pressure Oscar into making those trades.
Martin only has one play, and that is to hope that the Lucario underspeeds the Fini and lands the Gambit.
Even then, Fini could just protect and stall out the last turn of Trick Room. Although, does he really want that?
He does. If Lucario is slower than Fini. And yeah, he's going to save the Fini. Hoping to take the Gambit onto the Landorus. But Landorus might go down to Eruption. Well, we'll find out. Because Eruption is coming. But if Oscar carries Sucker Punch, this game could be over. But no, it's going to be a double switch. Cresselia coming back in to sponge the Eruption. So did Martin go for the Gambit here? I think he did. As Camerupt does Mega Evolve, going to fire off this last ditch Eruption. He needs some significant damage on the board. But at the same time, the Kangaskhan will come in with a fresh fake out. As he does go for the Eruption. Lucario not going to waste time on things like Follow Me. Eruption going to get rid of Landorus? Not quite. As Lucario does go for the Gambit, trying to remove the Fini. Didn't get the target he wanted. It's Camerupt against the world with only one turn of Trick Room remaining. That's probably going to be the game unless Muddy Water misses. And that's not the ideal game plan.
Oh, Cresselia does also still have Psychium Z. So there's a sizable guaranteed chunk of damage coming out from Cresselia.
Yeah, and Fini not gonna mess around here. Not even gonna waste time on the fake out Psychium Z play. As Camerupt gonna be forced to dodge a Muddy Water or bust. And even then he still needs to land 2 Earth Power, so he needs to dodge 2 Muddy Waters. All Fini needs to do is protect.
Yeah.
And does even dodge 1, so that's going to be the game and the set for Oscar. Martin shouldn't have brought Musharna.
Mimikyu, as you pointed out, might have been a better option for him, yes.
It at least offers something else that isn't contingent on the terrain being in his favor.
Honestly, I think it's more of...
It almost played to his favor because Oscar brought 2 flying mons.
Yes.
But he couldn't take advantage of that. He missed 1 Hypnosis, but at the same time, you're going to miss 1 eventually. It's only 80%.
Law of large numbers, yeah. It's just that I feel that the players, in this case Martin in Game 3, focused way too much on the terrain, and he did get the terrain, but at what cost? He lost a lot of momentum on his Trick Room
I'm still puzzled by that switch. If the Fini's coming back in, then stay in and whack it.
Yes. Well,
he lost his own Trick Room turns to pointless switching in and out. And hard reading the fake out onto his own, and even the fake out hadn't gone in there. All he gets out of the turn is a Hypnosis. Was it really worth it? Losing the Bulu's position on the field, or protect your Bulu for that matter if you're scared of fake out.
Because at the end of the day, Musharna can Hypnosis all the Pokemon at once. It's not contributing in any way to KOing any of Oscar's Pokemon. It's a lot of the burden is heavily relied on
the Bulu and the camera.
Yes, and he just let the Bulu go down so easily, and once the Bulu is gone, then Fini comes out to play and just threatens and checks the camera so easily. And at the same time, there's a lot of residual damage that keeps going on to the Musharna, pushing it closer and closer to KO. And Oscar chose the right time to take it out of the picture when Trick Room was about to end, so to ensure that his Fini would be able to dominate over the camera. He
called that Martin had exactly one way out, which was that double in, and hope camera could carry against the rest of the team. And he called it, he got the Gambit off onto the different target, and that was game for Martin.
Yeah, and the switch up, deciding not to bring Heatran, and the Landorus, I think was
didn't really help.
Yeah, I mean the U-turn I think gave him the final push of momentum to come out ahead.
And granted, the Intimidate did save Kangaskhan, since an unintimidated Wood Hammer onto regular Kangaskhan probably would have been a KO.
And I don't say this very often, but the U-turn damage on Musharna was also rather significant. Any form of damage
not really,
to push
though.
Musharna
We
down
saw what
closer and
happened
closer.
though. If Musharna had gone down that turn.
Oh yeah, that is true, yes. Yeah, free switch in for Martin to switch. So a bit unfortunate, perhaps, the damage roll that Musharna didn't feign when he wanted it to.
Yeah, it was given him the position he wants in every game. Bulu and Camerupt under Trick Room at the same time.
Does Musharna learn Explosion? Is there any way for you to get rid of yourself?
I don't think he learns Memento or Healing Wish, so...
what a shame. Well...
And he wouldn't do it, man. He just wants to Hypnosis everything.
Yeah, put everything to sleep. Aye.
Alright, so we'll be moving on to the top 4. Now that top 8 has concluded. Midseason Showdown. all the players in this top 4 have earned championship points from today's mid-season showdown and will be playing for the title and 50 championship points, so stay tuned.